I need to be doing some more character development. I sent this to beta readers. That would be a big deal. I've done this backwards. I've actually done this backwards. Reading some of the feedback, and I've just been like, about it. Good morning, everyone. So it is March the 11th. It is Thursday, March 11th, and it's currently about 11:45 for me, so it's hardly the morning now. But I wanted to officially start my March writing vlog. It's gonna be like more like revising. I don't really know what this is gonna be, but it is gonna be focused on my book projects, my book work and everything like that. And obviously one of the first stages of that is beta reading. And before that even starts, on the 15th, which is in, oh my god, it's in 4 days. I have 4 days. And so basically my first task is I actually need to message one of my beta readers, but they're both actually American. Probably not the best time. I might have to wait until this evening, but I need to message them about how the whole process is gonna go. And yes, I only have 2 beta readers, so I'm really hoping that they don't drop out, because if they drop out, I don't know how this is gonna go. I really didn't do a great job of like advertising and looking for beta readers, but that is something that I can work on for the future, and just like promoting all of this kind of stuff as well. Like, I'm not that great when it comes to like the back end of YouTube, not at the moment anyway, and all of that kind of like social media stuff, like promoting on other social media as well. So that is something that I need to work on for the future. But this is my, you know, first book that I'm having beta readers for. So I've got a lot to learn. As part of like the beta reading process, I have now finished my 4th draft. I talked about this all in my previous monthly writing vlog, but I have now finished the 4th draft. All I need to do now is read through the entire draft, the entire manuscript so far. And it's just a very scary thought, because I've made a lot of progress with Scarlet Blood Skies, and it's just scary that it's now like out of my hands and it's going to be in someone else's for the very first time. And I just don't know how to feel about that. But before I even do that, I need to separate everything into 7 parts and read through everything, sort out documents, everything like that. I just basically need to come up with some questions that I want answers to for the beta readers. And I think that's going to be part of today's job. I do have quite a lot to do today. I have already been doing some stuff which didn't exactly work out well, but I'm kind of just trying to forget about that now because I have other things to be getting on with. I'm actually quite hungry, so I think I might go get my lunch first and then get to work on reading through Scarlet Blood Skies. I feel like that's all I've really been doing for the past however long, just reading through, and I'm now at the point where, you know, I'm reading through and I'm going to be reading through anyway and not changing anything, which is just a scary thought. I also have to come up with questions for beta readers, but that will probably be something I do this afternoon after lunch. But I think I'm actually going to go and get my lunch now because it's almost 12. It is now March the 14th. It is Sunday, but because today was technically supposed to be mine and my boyfriend's 2-year anniversary, I didn't have work today. In fact, I haven't had work at all for this week. I don't actually know what's going on with my hair here. It's kind of like from my head. Sunday evening / actually it's more like Sunday night. It's currently about 10 to 10 and I do need to start winding down for the night now. But I did want to come on here because I have now sent my first part to my beta readers. My lovely beta readers that haven't even started yet, Rayleigh and Dawn. So I am both really excited and nervous about that. I don't actually know what I've talked about in this vlog already because my life right now is just a bit of a mess. I haven't been feeling great for the past week or so, having my period and all. With having my period and then also being on sertraline, it just has not helped at all. And it's going to be a while before I feel normal again, but I'm trying to. It's really difficult because I am in like a depressive stage right now, a depressive episode, and this will last for a few weeks and then I will go, and then it will just transition into being my anxious cycle again. And hopefully this sertraline kind of breaks that, partially anyway. So that's a bit of a mental health / life update. If you want more like that, then I do all of that kind of stuff over on Instagram. If you would like to check me out over there, that will be linked down below. But before I get into bed, one of the things I do really want to do is just have a bit of a brainstorming session. Find a bit of blank paper and just start brainstorming, because I have this idea in my head and I just need to get it out. I just feel like at the moment I've got a lot going on up in here and I just need to get it all out, but I feel like it's going to be quite difficult to do so. I just have like random bits of paper just strewn all around my room. Not literally, I just have like paper everywhere, kind of organised but not organised. Just a bunch of like popper wallets with paper in that are organised but not quite, because I don't know where my blank paper is, because I have it in loads of different popper wallets. Good evening everyone. So it is Tuesday the 16th of March and it is currently about 7:20. I don't know if you can tell, but I not long dried my hair, so I'm trying not to like pin my hair behind my ear because I have a really bad habit of doing that, and I'm trying not to because it creates a kink in my hair basically. I don't know how many of you actually know this, but Tuesdays I usually deem as like creative nights, basically, you know, when I work on my book, and I have done some bookwork already today, even though I've had like other things to do and I've had college work as well. I've already done an hour and it's 7:20. And that is because at the moment, obviously I'm just reading through my entire 4th draft and sorting things out for beta readers. Even though I only have 2 beta readers, there is still a lot of work that I hadn't really thought about, like putting documents together and figuring out questions, which is what I am doing at the moment. So that's all I've really been doing, sorting chapters into parts as a Google Documents, and then obviously as I'm reading through I am coming up with the questions. I have already sent part 1 to Rayleigh and Dawn already. I think Rayleigh has said she started reading, and then Dawn said she is looking forward to starting to read it, and that just makes me really excited and happy. The fact that, you know, and they tell me how much that they've told me before how excited they have been to start beta reading, and it makes my heart happy to hear them say that, because it gets me excited as well. So I have done part 1 and I've read through chapters 1 through to 7. That they have both been sent off to Rayleigh and Dawn, both part 1 and the questions for part 1. This evening I have just been doing, or this afternoon really, I have just been working on part 2, making that as a Google document and coming up with the questions, and I would do part 3 tonight, but I actually have my previous writing vlog to edit. so I need to get that ready for Saturday because I missed my last Saturday upload, and that video would have actually just gone up because I decided to put it up today instead of the Saturday just gone, because I really wasn't feeling great last week and I'm starting to feel a lot better now. I think because obviously I'm on new medication for my anxiety and depression now, and last week was my period. I just really wasn't feeling great last week. Good morning everyone. So it is now Thursday the 18th of March and it is currently about 25 past 10 for me. Usually on a Thursday morning I would have, you know, woken up early and gotten straight to working on Scarlet Blood Skies or something like that. By the way, don't mind Mount Vesuvius on my chin here. I honestly don't know why this happened, but I'm actually kind of glad that we have to wear face masks at work, because if we didn't, this would be on show. And I'm not about that. It is actually very painful. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I would usually, you know, wake up early on a Thursday morning and get some book work done of some sort, but there's been kind of like a change of my weekly routine, because it used to be that I would work Wednesdays and Sundays, so Wednesday from 5 to 9 and then Sunday 1 to 5, and that has since been changed. Well, that has recently been changed because of like all of my mental health issues and struggles and everything like that at the moment. It's been changed to do it on Wednesday and Thursday evening, and then that would be it, which means that I am gonna be limited on Wednesdays and Thursdays from now on. I still have pretty much the entire day to do stuff. It just means, you know, that I have to change my routine, which means today I'm actually doing some college work instead because I didn't do any yesterday. But that, so along with like the change of routine, there is something else that I have been wanting to talk about for, I would say, quite a while, probably since February. It's kind of just been that kind of thing in the back of my mind that I know I need to talk about, but I just didn't want to because I don't really know. I knew it was something that I needed to talk about, but I just didn't. But I'm going to talk about it in this vlog right now, and that is, obviously now Scarlet Blood Skies is with beta readers, and yeah, I'm technically kind of still working on that. So far I've only done 2 out of 6 parts. Done 2 out of 6 parts in terms of like getting them actually ready for beta readers, so the Google document and the questions. But the one thing, I guess, that, you know, it's obviously been in the back of my mind since February, is that, you know, I knew that when I sent Scarlet Blood Skies to beta readers, I knew that the time would kind of come around when it was with beta readers to work on something new, something different. And I don't know why, but just the prospect of that, is that the right word? I don't know. But just the thought of that made me really anxious that, oh, I'm going to get to work on something new and different, and a different kind of like stage of the process, because, you know, for the past however many months I have been revising. I've been revising Scarlet Blood Skies since like the beginning of last year, since like February 2020. It has been a whole year of revisions, and it's finally with beta readers. Yep. I don't know why I'm so anxious about kind of like doing something different, and like the thought of outlining something new. There are like a couple of different things I could work on. There's, because obviously Scarlet Blood Skies is going to be a trilogy. I could be working on the second book, I could be outlining that, I could be outlining Six Stones and Broken Bones, I could be outlining AFK a WoW or doing something with that. But just the thought of that has made me anxious, and I don't know why. Like, has anyone else like felt like this when, you know, switching to a new project? Obviously, yeah, I'm also excited about it because I've been working on Scarlet Blood Skies for a very long time now. I'm also anxious about it, and I just want to know if anyone else has experienced that or if it's just me, because I think it would be good to work on something new. It'll be like a breath of fresh air to do something different. I don't even know what I want to do, and I guess it's kind of like the part that's making me anxious is that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the next step is. Now that Scarlet Blood Skies is with beta readers and I can be doing something else as well, I could just not do any book work and just take a break from it. I just don't know. That's the part that's making me feel anxious. It's just not knowing what I'm doing now. It is scary though, isn't it? Let me know what your thoughts are on all of this. I would love to know. And I'd also love to know if anyone else has experienced this, because I just don't want to be the only one that's going through this. Yeah, but I am now actually going to get on with the rest of my day because I have quite a lot to do before I have to go to work this evening. So it is now the afternoon, and if you're wondering why like this side of my face is so dark compared to this side, it is because I have DaVinci Resolve open because I'm about to start editing my last month's vlog. But I was just thinking, because I've obviously got a lot of thoughts going on right now, like with my whole writing thing, and I just kind of wanted to talk about stuff again, because the thing is, I was saying earlier about like, you know, I don't know what to do and everything, and I was just thinking about that and that whole like anxious thing around that, and I don't really know how to describe it. Well, I do. I've got the words in my head, it's just hard to get them out. I think the reason why I don't know what I'm doing is because I don't have a plan. Like, I know Scarlet Blood Skies is going to be the first book that I ever release, and it'll be my debut, but I don't know what's going to come after that, aside from the other two books in that trilogy. And that kind of brings me back to the point of, you know, my future and everything like that. In the next few years, you know what, I would love to move out and everything. I'm not going to be able to do that if I just focus on writing. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. Basically, when I think of my future, I don't just see writing as like my only source of income. Is that the right way to say this? Because when I think of my future, I don't want to just be confined to writing. Is anyone else like this? I'm having a lot of thoughts at the moment, as you can tell, just trying to kind of think about what's next for me and my next project, what I want to actually do with my future. And I honestly just don't know. I think the main thing I'm trying to say is that when I think of my future, I don't just think about, you know, having a lot of books kind of like under my belt. Probably not the right saying, but I also think about other things as well, like music and media. I am doing a creative media course for a reason. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I just don't want to be confined to writing, and you know, my future is going to be a lot more than that. And I'm hopefully going to, you know, make my own music, hopefully, you know, perform at some point in my life, because we all know I don't really perform, but I would love to be able to do that, you know? There are a lot of things that I want to do with my life, and I just don't want to be confined to writing. And I think just trying to think of what's next in terms of writing is making me think about kind of like the rest of my life and what's to come, and like all of the other kind of projects I want to do as well. Like, I was meant to do some sort of guitar for beginners series on my channel, and I still haven't gotten around to do that. I have been doing a lot more music related content recently, just not anything to do with the guitar, but I would love to be able to do that at some point, but you know, those things take a lot of planning. Anyway, I'm now going to get to editing my video for Saturday. Yes, I'm always leaving it to the last minute, and I'm gonna stop talking. Good afternoon everyone. So it is now Saturday the 20th of March and it is currently about 12:30. This morning I have just been doing a bunch of YouTube stuff for today's video that goes up tonight, but today, for like the rest of the day, I think I'm actually going to work on Sticks, Stones and Broken Bones, which I'm actually really excited about. Because even though I have been saying in this vlog that I've been feeling really anxious about jumping into a new project, I'm also really excited because I've been working on Scarlet Blood Skies for so long that it's refreshing to work on a new and different project. Well, it's not necessarily a new idea, but this morning I was just thinking about it and getting really excited about kind of delving into some of these new characters that are in it, because it was originally called The Definition of Love, and that was something that I worked on. I think it was like 2018, 2019. It was the very first project, well, one of the very first projects I worked on when I started authortube. Obviously I'm not really part of authortube anymore because I do a bunch of other content as well. That was The Definition of Love and it's now Sticks, Stones and Broken Bones. It's almost like a completely different project because there are completely different characters. Some characters from The Definition of Love aren't in Sticks, Stones and Broken Bones. The main character actually has a different name in Sticks, Stones and Broken Bones. How many times can I say it? But yeah, so today I think I'm mainly just going to work on reading through all of the information that I've got here. I genuinely don't know what's in here apart from like shift, like rotors, maybe character profiles, things like that. I'm just really excited about this, mainly because of the characters and like the relationship between them, the relationships between them. It's just a very exciting book, and I've kind of figured that it is going to be a standalone because I think it would be better on its own, but then I'm not going to rule out the possibility of a series in the future down the road. It may be that I have an idea for a second book, so I'm not ruling out the idea of a duology, but for the time being it is just going to be a standalone, and I think it would work a lot better on its own. I'm actually quite hungry, so I think I'm going to do a quick kind of sort through of this and see what's actually in here. And then I'm going to go get lunch because I do actually have to go and get some shopping when my sister finishes work, and she's on a fill shift, so I have no clue when she's finishing. So it is now about 10 to 3. I have just had lunch and I am now actually going to like sit down and do something. Of course I'm already sat down, you know what I mean. I am going to get started on working on Sticks, Stones and Broken Bones, and I am actually going to pull out this notebook and a pen, because something that I like to do when I start kind of working on something new or different, or like when I start working on a different project, one of the things that I actually like to do is write down what I remember about the project, about characters, the plot, and basically anything and everything. I like to handwrite it because I feel like it just sinks in a lot better, and I feel like, you know, it just helps me take that leap onto that project. So that's what I'm going to do, because it's been a while since I've worked on Sticks, Stones and Broken Bones. is now about 20 to 5. I've just been sat here trying to kind of figure things out and remember things, because I feel like I've got a lot more information somewhere, but I just don't know where it is. If it's in my documents, on my USB stick, or if it's on paper, and where that paper is, I don't know. I think that means I've encountered a bit of a problem with the characters, because I've realised that there's not a lot of history behind the character, and there's not a lot of backstory to the whole kind of like family. To be fair, that's probably why I had so many issues writing the definition of love, because obviously the main character has come from. I need to be doing some more character development, trying to sort out the family history and everything like that, because I'm not getting very far at the moment, and I think this whole family issue is stemming from not really knowing much about Peyton's family. Peyton is my main character, Peyton Waite, and she's 22, and she's a swimmer slash lifeguard, and I know like the basic plot, but like I think the biggest issue that I'm finding is that there isn't a lot of like purpose behind her story, why she's doing it. I think what I really need to do is actually finish reading Story Genius. I started reading that ages ago. Did I finish reading it? Nope, because I got bored. And so I'm just feeling a little bit flustered, frustrated, more so. I'm just feeling frustrated, deflated, and I think this will all be solved with a walk, just jogging my brain, getting out, even though I've already been shopping to get the bits that I needed. It was stressful and it did not inspire me at all. Good morning everyone. So it is now Wednesday the 24th of March. It is currently about 10:40, so it's 22:11, and because it's a Wednesday, no, I'm not doing any like kind of book work today, so I don't really know why I picked up the camera. Actually, I think the reason why I did actually pick up the camera was because I have a bit of an update on the kind of like beta reading front, because I now have a third beta reader, which is really exciting. Actually, it's one of my friends from college that a while ago kind of said to me that she would love to read like some of my writing, because she enjoyed something that I had wrote for college. And so I reached out to her, and she wanted to beta read for me, which is exciting because she was just so excited about it, and it just made me feel tons better about Scarlet Blood Skies now, because I think it was in this vlog where I was like saying that I was like doubting myself, or like the previous writing vlog, I don't know, but there was a point in a vlog where I was just really like doubting myself and if anyone would ever be interested in my books, and her excitement for Scarlet Blood Skies just kind of breaks down that self-doubt that I was kind of experiencing. I don't really know how to word it, but it just makes me feel tons better just knowing that someone is excited and will hopefully enjoy my book. There's a long way to go, admittedly, but I'm really excited. This is probably the furthest I have ever gotten with a book, which is really exciting. I don't really know what this vlog is going to be. I literally have 2 B-roll clips and a lot of talking, because I just feel like this vlog is more about kind of like my feelings for my project, and not so much, you know, I'm not doing much with Scarlet Blood Skies at the moment because of it being with beta readers, and I'm not really like working on anything else at the moment either. I'm kind of just taking like a little break, a little breather. Like, I'm still doing stuff with Scarlet Blood Skies. I think the next thing I will probably do myself is go through the 4th draft, make a load of notes, because I've realised that there are some developmental issues in it that I probably should have picked up on beforehand. There is a very glaring issue, like it's more like a continuity issue, and I'm just so embarrassed because I sent this to beta readers and there's a glaring continuity issue in it. I mean, if it was like a media production, that would be a big deal. And as a writer, it is a big deal because, you know, that's gotta be fixed now. Maybe the thing that I do once I've done all of my questions, because I haven't done all of them yet, I will probably actually go through and do some developmental stuff. Probably the stuff that I should have done before focusing on things like words and paragraphs and punctuation. I've done this backwards. I've actually done this backwards. Oh, honestly. At least it's with beta readers. How did I miss this? And I'm sure it's not going to be the first one either. I mean, I hope it's the first and only one, but we'll see about that. I am now going to stop rambling. I'm going to go and stop talking because I've got a lot of talking clips in this. I'm going to hate myself when it comes to editing it. So I'm going to go and get on with some stuff. Good afternoon, everyone. So it is now Thursday the 25th of March and it's currently about 3:30. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've barely done anything today. I was supposed to do part 3, but no, part 4. I've read through part 3 already, I believe. Have I? Yeah, I think I have. And I was supposed to do part 4 today, but I just really haven't done much. I think all I've really done is the laundry, gotten ready for work, and eaten. And I've also just kind of been looking over some like beta reader notes because my friend that I was talking about, I think it was yesterday actually, that agreed to beta read for me. My friend actually sent through her feedback from like in terms of the questions because she had finished reading through the entire first part, and then I woke up this morning to see that I had gotten an email which was Rayleigh leaving comments in the document as well. So I've just been kind of going through that document, reading some of the feedback, and I've just been like about it. Like, I think one was about like Emilee's parents aren't mentioned a lot in the book. Like in the beginning of the book they're not mentioned that much, and so that's one part that I'm gonna need to work on. And kind of just with this, even though it's only been the first part already, I feel like there's a lot I need to work on. Beta, like sending this to beta readers is just gonna really open me up to just being more aware about like any glaring issues in my book. I know there is one glaring issue in my book that I have already talked about. I think I talked about it yesterday. I have already flagged that myself. But there are 6 parts and I don't know if Dawn has started reading yet. I don't think she has. Rayleigh obviously has, and then my friend has done the entire first part, and I need to send her the second part at some point. I'm really excited. I am really happy with the feedback that I've already gotten, and you know, once it's all done, like I'm not gonna wait until like everything's done to start compiling the feedback. I'm gonna do it based on each part when everyone finishes each part, because I think that will be the best way to do it. I don't really know how I'm actually going to compile all the feedback yet, but that I'll come to that once everyone's done reading the first part, which I hope is fairly soon. I probably should have set like mini deadlines for each part. Maybe I will do that for part 2 because I feel like then the readers will just be more inclined to finish it, you know, when they can. Obviously I know that, you know, everyone has their own personal lives and that is going to affect their reading rate. I was really doubting myself at the beginning, and now I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to see everyone's feedback. But I'm going to put the camera down now because I have talked quite a lot in this vlog, and like I said, I would get some b-roll, but I just haven't been able to find an excuse to get any. I don't really plan on doing anything else today. I'm just going to be checking over a couple things really, and then I've got the laundry downstairs to sort out as well, so I'm going to go because I also have work this evening. Damn. I haven't seen it rain this much in quite a while. I am actually just not looking forward to going on my walk today, especially if it's going to be like this. Good morning everyone. So it is now Thursday the 1st of April, which does mean that March is now over, which is, I don't know how to feel about March being over, guys, because March just went really fast. We literally marched through March, no pun intended. I mean, yeah, it was intended actually, because it is now no longer March and it is April. It is time to end this vlog. I realise all I've really done in this vlog is talk about, you know, my feelings with sending Scarlet Blood Skies to beta readers finally, and I think that's just the main sort of takeaway from this month. I didn't really have any other plans for the month. I didn't have any other projects that I necessarily wanted to work on, even though I know that, yeah, I probably should have been working on something else. But I guess it's just been nice to have a bit of a break from any kind of writing. But in terms of like what I actually got done this month, I have just been sending it to beta readers, Scarlet Blood Skies that is, and 2 of my beta readers are now on part 2, and I reckon that's pretty good progress actually, because there are six parts in total. I don't have enough fingers for that because I'm holding the camera with the other one. All I've really done this month is, yeah, send it to beta readers, and I've already gotten some really nice feedback from 2 of them. I think Dawn is just a little bit behind. I basically have Rayleigh, who is now on the 2nd part, and then my friend is also on the 2nd part, and they're giving me a lot of great feedback on the characters, the family, like the relationships and dynamic of the whole family and everything like that, and I'm still like realising things about the book, which I think is a great thing. And I've kind of gone into this whole kind of process with a very kind of like open mind, I would say, because I'm not taking anything to heart. And I think that's just from, you know, having gotten used to feedback from other people because of the nature of the course that I am currently on, the college course I'm on, which is, you know, creative media production. And, you know, from that we have done script writing and gotten feedback on them from like peers and everything like that. So I think that has really helped me to keep an open mind going into this whole beta reading process. And a lot of what like the beta readers are saying I agree with, and you know, my eyes have been opened up to these new things that they have pointed out that I have never realised before. In that aspect, I am really happy with the progress that I've made this month, and I feel like that's just been the main thing that I wanted to do this month, just get Scarlet Blood Skies to beta readers, and it has been a real eye-opener, and I have really enjoyed the feedback that they have given me. You know, I can't wait for them to hopefully finish it at the end of April. hopefully, fingers crossed. I may have to extend that slightly, kind of just based on, you know, how fast people read. I think the latest will probably be like mid-May for definite, because I'm just that type of person that's such a people pleaser, and I don't want to, you know, rush people, but then it would be really nice to have all of the feedback by the end of April. But then thinking about it, because I'm working on like because I will be handing in my final major project at the end of May, I probably won't start doing anything like in terms of implementing any feedback until June. So I think the next few months are going to lack a little bit in like the writing department and the writing part of my life. But I do have plans. I don't have anything solid. I would just, in the next quarter though, I actually recently did my quarterly goals video, so I'll make sure to link that down below or in the cards if I remember, but I never remember cards for my videos, to be honest. But I will leave that linked down below. No, that will be my previous video link. So yeah, I basically talked about like the things that I want to get done in the next quarter, with like the second book outline and then the outline for Stick Stones, Broken Bones, and then I also hope to at least start on the first draft of the second book. But I'm going to go into like a bit more detail on what I'm planning to do in April, in my April writing vlog. The other thing I was going to mention before I end this vlog is that I am not participating in Camp NaNoWriMo this time around, just because with my final major project it's just going to be a bit much. I do have a half term that actually, well, starts tomorrow because it's, you know, a bank holiday tomorrow. So I'm going to have like 2 weeks of that, but that's going to go by really quickly. Even with that, I just don't think it's the right, you know, it's a good idea to be participating in Camp NaNoWriMo. Still going to be writing, still going to be doing something, just not, you know, participating in the actual event. So, that being said, I am going to be participating in July though, because hopefully I will be completely done with college by then. As in completely, you know, everything will be over, not going back. But with that being said, I am going to end this vlog here. I'm sorry, it's just been so much talking, but I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe down below and ding the bell to be notified for every single time I upload. All of my social media links will be linked down in the description, along with my quarterly goals video that I mentioned and anything else that I've mentioned in this. And that is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!